Hello there, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another chapter, episode 11 of the Ryan and Claude show. Ryan, of course, I have my business partner and my fellow soldier here with me, Ron Maguire. Ron, you're welcome to the show. Okay, it looks like Ryan is having a little bit of problems coming in, but I think I would allow him come back actually. So today's the Ryan and Claude show, and of course my partner is still coming back. So I think he's just having a little bit of a connection problem. Okay, I think he will still come back. Yeah, see, guys, I just came back from a show with okay, Ryan seems to be back. Let's see. No, Ryan is still not back yet. Okay, we'll just wait out for him to, to come back actually. Okay, is here. Hello, Ryan.
Yeah,
I think
I've
your
been
connection
I've been sat here for about 20 minutes. Internet perfect. As soon
perfect,
as we
right?
start, bam, gone.
And then bam, the
As soon
problem
as we
comes.
start, should be all
Yeah,
right now. Hopefully, should be
yeah,
all right
yeah.
now.
Okay, yeah, sure. Brian, Arsenal. In fact, let me just put it this way: Mikel Arteta is the first coach to start a campaign, a best running campaign
Yeah,
since 1903. Can you believe that?
yeah, it's pretty much the
It's
best
the
start
first
we've
coach to
we've
do it.
ever had.
It's our best start since
Yeah,
1903. That's how good the results, actually the end results we've been getting have been. Ron, what do you say to this?
you've just got to be positive, haven't you? I can't see any other any other outcome other than being positive at the minute. Obviously, we had we've had one loss, which you, you can look at it of how well we played. We
Yeah,
lost, which is a bit downhearting, but the performance was better than any kind of other loss we've seen in the past couple
yeah,
of seasons. A lot in the past couple of seasons when Arsenal have lost, we've lost. You know what I mean? There's losing and then there's losing, like what we've been doing in these past two seasons, and that wasn't one of them losses. And everyone, even the pundits, were saying, weren't they, that it was a different kind of an Arsenal display.
yeah,
So it was just about bouncing back, which obviously we did. And like you said, it's an amazing start up to now. We're
yeah,
getting the we're going to the tough places and getting the wins. Obviously, Elland Road, it was a good win last season,
yeah,
but like you're saying, but like you said, it was harder this time. We
yeah,
struggled a bit. We was on the back foot quite a lot. We was tested more than any other game, including
yeah,
the loss against United. I think the way Leeds went against us. Obviously, look at the United game. It was pretty much we was dominant pretty much throughout. The Leeds game was we weren't at all in that second half, and
yeah.
we showed good backbone and good mental spirit to get us over the line. So you can't be anything other than positive. Surely not.
Exactly. Of course, I'll still get back into the analysis. Of course, you have to give us the analysis between Leeds and Arsenal. But see here, Brian, it's Arsenal have won 12 out of their last 13 games. In fact, in 13 games this season, Arsenal have won 12, a whooping 12. And then in 10 league games, we've won 9 of those games. See, Ryan, like without us getting deep into any analysis today, this is what it means to be this is what it means to be in the mix. Because if we had lost, let's say maybe 5 games, 6 games out of that 10 games we've played this season in the Premiership, people will not still take us seriously. But right now, I think they're not laughing again. They're genuinely
No.
starting to see something different in this Arsenal team. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, 100%. No one's laughing, especially not at the
No,
minute. They're still saying obviously that we're not going to challenge and we're not going to win the league, which is fine. We're going to hear that all season. Every team that
definitely.
gets every team that gets close, other than City and Liverpool, everyone's going to say they're not going to win it. If Chelsea went on a brilliant streak and were sitting second, we'd be saying Chelsea aren't going to win it. So I'm not bothered about that. But like you
Yeah.
say, no one's laughing at the minute. We're not.
At the
We're not
minute,
that banter.
right?
We're not that banter club. We're not that banter club anymore. Yeah, at the minute, or hopefully ever again, because it seems we've known there's been a process in this last year, 2 years especially, and that it
Yeah.
just seems to be coming together. And we're not even finished. The process isn't finished yet. They're still young guns. Wow, on my back. Here we go.
Yeah, we're back again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ryan, I can hear you. Hello, Ryan. Ryan, can you hear me?
I'm not sure if this is me that's gone or Tony.
I'm here. I can
Considering
hear you
Tony's
very
connection is
well.
normally great. Uh,
But I
Tell
can
you what,
hear
I'll
you.
bounce onto YouTube and double check, see if it's which one of us it is.
Okay, but I can hear you very well because I'm here.
Let's have a look. Have to, it's like breaking the fourth wall, isn't it? Or to watch
Hello,
watch the
Ryan.
video
Ryan,
online.
I think it's coming from you because I'm the one actually. Okay, I'm the one actually on online right now, so I think it's a connection problem from Ryan. But see, yeah, guys, this is what I'm saying. That Arsenal, since we went to Manchester United and lost, we've bounced back from that loss. It's 7 at the bounce right now. So okay, Ryan is back. Hello,
Listen,
Ryan.
right. Listen,
I,
right.
I,
I've moved rooms to be closer to the router, and I'm still having issues. How's that work?
are you
I'm close.
serious?
I'm closer than
You're
I've ever
close.
been. I might as well sleep on the thing.
Okay. Yeah. So can you just continue from where you stopped, brother?
Where was we up? Where was we up to? Give me a
No.
reminder.
We're just talking about Arsenal winning 12
Yeah,
games in 13 this season. And our only loss have come in the form of Manchester United, of which we dominated that game basically. Yeah, I think Ryan's connection is real bad, real bad, real bad. But I'll just take us through what has just really been going on with Arsenal for the main time. Uh, hello, Ryan. Ryan, are you there?
yeah. That should sort me out. I've jumped on a different connection. That should sort me out.
Okay, okay. Um,
Is that, and then it bounces off. Right. Have you got
and
me?
you're back
I'm
again.
here. I say that.
Yeah,
I say I've jumped on the connection, and then that throws me off.
and then
Uh,
yeah,
yeah. So, like we're saying, obviously, there's been a process these last 2 years, and it very much looks like that process is really starting to click. We're not even. I'd say we're past halfway through um, the the majority of the process. But like I say, it's still a very young side. With
true.
maybe we're maybe a couple of editions away from completing. Also, like they were saying, they weren't aiming for Champions League last year, but we're definitely aiming for it this year. So I think that's the main one this year. If we can
That's the
get into
main.
that, get into one of them
Yeah,
Champions League spots, the process is just clicking on, and then definitely from
true.
next year we can say, right, let's get 100%, let's get competing, and let's be the club that they're not laughing at to say why they even contemplating competing. We want to be
Exactly.
there or thereabouts, don't we?
Let's see. It's very important that we stay in the mix. In this title race, very extremely key. And of course, the thing that would help us or improve us It's when we go and dip our hands into that January transfer market. But I'll hold off on that for you to give us an analysis of the Leeds game. But see here, Ryan, Leeds came out tough on us. Arsenal, many other, many other guys, even you, when I asked you, you said we're gonna put these people on toast too. So I'm not the only guilty one here. I said we're gonna beat them 4-1. Little did I know I was just, setting myself up for a trap. And to be
Yeah,
fair on Leeds, they haven't lost in Ellen Road this season at all. Actually, it dates back to last season, if you check it quite well. So going to their home, was going to be an Herculean task anyway. This was the same place where Chelsea was slaughtered, and mopped with the floors down there in Ellen Road. Can you take us through, what happened in Ellen Road at the time on Sunday?
I mean, so obviously sta- we started well, didn't we? The first half did pretty much look like it was going to be um,
Yeah,
a very similar game to what we've seen against the statue clubs like Leeds that we've played, i.e., obviously your Palaces and your Brentfords and that. But then, obviously, second half, Leeds just absolutely flew out of the blocks. They just showed no fear, which is great to see.
yeah,
Obviously, they went for us like they went for us like they was playing against a rival for them. Really, do you know what I mean? They just showed absolutely no fear, and they pretty much dominated us in that second half. There's no denying it. You can't. There's no two ways about it. They definitely dominated us in that second half. We had a couple chances, but we was pretty quiet in that second half. We had to have a pretty solid defence, which we did. 80 minutes, 85 minutes of the game. Defence was
yeah.
very solid. But then, like we've been saying, there's them 5 to 10 minutes where we can have that lapse and seriously put us under a bit of pressure, like we did. Obviously, we had the penalty with the handball, which is a bit. Obviously, I think it was accidental handball. It's still handball, so it was still it was
It
still a
was an
right penalty.
accidental one, and to me, it was very soft. It was
Yeah, it was
soft.
accidental. It was, but like you're saying, it's still handball in the letter of the law. It's still handball. The main issue with the first handball penalty is that there was offside in the build-up. VAR should have spotted it, and then
Yeah,
it shouldn't have even got that far. It should have been stopped. It should have been
yeah.
stopped but where there was offside. But obviously they continued, and yeah, it was definitely accidental. But in the letter of the law, his hands
I
there,
really do
and
think it was
that's
accidental, actually.
yeah, yeah. It was a bit of an awkward position when it's just one of
Yeah,
them things where they're going to give it, and then obviously there was the second penalty, which was about the 90th minute, which could have absolutely ruined it if that had been given. Obviously, I think it was right to get pulled back because it was a foul on Gabriel from
there
Bamford,
was it was
and
a
then
clear foul one on Gabriel, very clear one.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
very.
shouldered him in the back. Shouldered him in the
Yeah,
back, and it wasn't a shoulder to shoulder. If it was a shoulder to shoulder, then fair enough. But it was in the back.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
So
even
so
before the penalty, Ryan, I'll come in there. Even before the penalty, I've seen I've seen lots of inscriptions online where they even spotted a Leeds player who was actually offside before that penalty was actually given, and it wasn't spotted by any of the officials. The linesman was
was
standing right there, and they never
was
saw it.
that
I
was
watched
that
the
the first
playback.
one? Was
Yeah,
that the
the
first
first
penalty?
one. Yeah, the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you
It
heard
was
about that, right?
yeah, yeah. I seen it. I seen it then when I was watching the game that it was offside.
Yeah,
That's what was
exactly.
That's what made me think was annoying me. We sat there for 40 minutes while they got VAR up and running, and then we kick off and they don't even do the fucking job. So you just ask yourself, what's the point sometimes? We could have just
Yeah,
played on. They had linesmen and flags and whistles and voices. We didn't need the VAR stuff. But we sat there for 40 minutes while we waited for it to get working. It got working and then doesn't work during the game anyway, because they're not even bringing stuff like that up. So yeah, that first
Yeah.
penalty was definitely could have been ruled out for that offside, but luckily he misses it anyway. And
But I
then
don't know, when it comes to Arsenal games, these people are so quick. They're so quick to, give the decision against us. Even the red card against Gabriel Magalhaes, the referee, even before he went to even check, the VAR, he had already given a red card. It's like they do it swiftly and quickly when it's Arsenal, but if it's Liverpool or Manchester City, they first, go down to the VAR, consult with the office first before they come and make on-field decisions. Like, where is the parity there? And
yeah,
mind you, without the referee going to check the VAR, there was no how he would have spotted that foul on Gabriel Magalhaes from Bamford. You know,
yeah, it's
but
one.
let's go on. Yeah,
It's VAR is one of them things, and obviously we had the discussion at the weekend saying should we get rid of it or not. Obviously, we've seen a couple of decisions go our way, but I've seen quite a few decisions that VAR have overruled rightly, and that's really helped us out. I mean, I remember on the first season we had it was only a couple of games in, and we played United at Old Trafford, and that Aubameyang goal that got disallowed for offside
yeah,
is about 10 meters on onside, mate. And when it blew, I was like, is he joking? They went to VAR, they overruled it, and we ended up winning 1-0, I think, because of that goal. And that's like one of the main things that sticks in my head. Like, if we didn't have VAR, these stupid linesmen would give these stupid decisions. So we need
yeah.
VAR to basically say, stop being an idiot, you're clearly onside. So in that aspect, we do need to keep it, but it needs to be worked on. We need, I don't know, we just need to make some better decisions sometimes.
Yeah, with
Um,
that VAR, right?
yeah, but then yeah. So we're saying obviously we had a a, a, a very good defensive performance for 85 minutes, and then we had that. We had the silly mistake from Gabriel nearly cost us the win by kicking out. Like you're saying, without VAR, that's a
Yeah.
penalty. He's sent off. He should have definitely had at least a yellow though, because he's still kicked out. He
Because
might
he's
not
still
have
kicked
taken.
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
still kicked out. He might not have taken much of Bamford, but he's still kicked out, and there's still intent there.
There's still
Um,
intent there.
yeah, there,
Exactly.
there was intent. There's intent to hurt him really, because he's kicked out. If I'm kicking out at someone, I'm intended
To
to
hurt the
kick him, man.
person.
Yeah, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
Exactly.
I still
Exactly.
think he should have had a card. Maybe a red might be too harsh because he's not connected, but definitely needed a yellow because he's kicked out at someone. If that was us, and that's been wiped out, and the other guy's not got a card, I'd be fuming. I'd be thinking, why has he not got the
But
why has he
but
not got a card?
Ryan, I had this talk with Miss Melina. Big ups to you, Miss Melina, wherever you are. She loves this channel, and we love her too. She was here with me yesterday, and this issue of Gabriel came into play. Ryan, Gabriel is one of no matter how you want to look at it, Gabriel has been with us for about 3 seasons now, basically 3 seasons. He's one of our most experienced centre backs. Now, for Gabriel to be churning out mistakes after mistakes isn't good enough. But the thing there was that we were actually considering Gabriel Magalhaes to actually be the captain of Arsenal Football Club. But with these errors, that has been going on, with him for the past 3, 4 games, Ryan, don't you think that something needs to be done? What do you think needs to be done? Should we bench Gabriel for a game or two and see if he will bounce back in a very good way, or what do you think we should do? Or is it just the best we should have? And the noise from your side is too much. I think the TV
Right,
noise.
right. When you're talking, I'll mute it. I had a feeling
Okay,
it might come through a bit, but yeah, that's fine. I'll sort
okay,
that out.
yeah,
But yeah, I think you might be right in benching him. I think yeah, personally, I possibly would give him a game or two out on the sidelines to see how we do. Bit of a different partnership, maybe Saliba and White, or but then if it's not White, is it Holding? And then obviously Gabriel's
yeah,
even with that mistake is a better player than Holding. I mean, no disrespect to Holding. I really like him. I think he's an absolute model professional. So, yeah, he's a good guy. But he's not that level of defender that Gabriel is for the majority of the game. It's just that odd mistake that he then makes. But yeah, obviously the captaincy. I love a centre back captain. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
A vocal leader, big tackler, big personality. Can't go wrong with a centre back captain. And I think Gabriel, he does look like he would be a really solid captain, but it's just yeah, obviously that you can't really little mistakes you can't affect his captaincy. It's about how he deals with the players on the pitch and about how vocal he is. And he looks very vocal, and when he speaks, he's just obviously I don't know if his English is 100% up to
yeah,
scratch. If it was, I possibly wouldn't have a problem with him being captain if he just ironed out the mistakes. He's got the mistake in him, but he's not childish, is he? He's not like he doesn't do kid things sometimes like Xhaka did when he was captain. So I think we talk about obviously Xhaka now he's not captain. He seems more of a captain than ever. So sometimes it's better without it because obviously we've said before the pressure that comes with the captain's armband can really really affect him. So yeah, like I said, I do really like a centre back captain. Obviously, you're thinking of Tony Adams and
Tony Adams,
yeah,
strong,
yeah,
and those guys never had, such huge mistakes around them. But see, Rio Ferdinand came out, I think, yesterday, and then he said that the problem that with Gabriel Magalhaes and his mistakes right now is that it puts him on the spotlight. That's what Rio Ferdinand said yesterday. That it actually puts him, with everything that's going on with Gabriel right now, it actually puts him on the spotlight. And when a player is always highlighted in the media, it's going to, affect his game. It's going to affect his psychology. So this is something big, whether Arsenal likes it or not. And mind you, when I was, talking about this Leeds game, I was saying that Leeds were going to start. They usually come with what I call a tripartite presser. Harrison is pressing, together with Rodrigo, together with Bamford. They always go for that high press. That's what Leeds do. And if people who joined me in the last program would have heard when I said that they were going to target Gabriel Magalhaes, and that was true. When you put yourself in the spot like that, when you make consistent mistakes like that, teams are going to target you. Just like Mitrovic targeted Gabriel Magalhaes at the time. That was how Bamford targeted Gabriel Magalhaes. And Gabriel Magalhaes he doesn't just only have mistakes in him, as we've seen in a couple of games, but he also comes with a very, very big, he's an emotional player. He's a very, very emotional player. I'm not with defenders that have lots of emotions. Sometimes just kick the ball and forget about the emotions. Forget about, oh, he kicked me, let me kick him back, or he pushed me, let me hit back. No, it doesn't work. Mostly in high stakes and high risks, high rewards type of championship like the Premier League. Or what do you think there, Ryan?
yeah. I 100% agree. I think he is. I think he's very emotional. He does wear his heart on his sleeve. 110%. He's got his arms. His arms are about, and yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Like you're saying, at the minute, if you're picking one of them two centre backs to be captain, in the future, you're looking at Saliba anyway, aren't you? 110%. But yeah,
Hundred.
I think he is emotional. Yeah, 100%. But I agree with that pressing stat as well. I think about Leeds that Rodrigo is a very high press. I was very surprised that they took him off in the 45th minute. Obviously,
If
I
I
don't.
was
Obviously, he
shook.
didn't have his best first half, but I was surprised that he took him off for Bamford.
Exactly. But again, Bamford was also very, very good. Oh my God, his pressing game is. his pressing game. I think he learned one or two tricks from Frank Lampard. With his stint in Chelsea, It- he's really that good when it comes to that presser, and he's doing like the thing with Leeds is that when they're going for that tripartite presser with three players, their three front players, they go in parks, like they hunt you like like wolves trying to hunt, like they go in parks. And it kind of like confuses most defense line, and of course that's what they did to Chelsea got confused at that. So it's actually even, would I say we were lucky, but we got the 3 points, Ryan. I just think at this time, this is one of those games you just look back at and say, okay, we get the 3 points, it's in the bag, and let's just look further. What do you think about that? Is it one of
Yeah,
those
I mean,
games?
there's a lot of talk about it being a lucky victory. I don't think it's luck. I don't think it's luck at all. If we was battered by Leeds for 89 minutes and then we've gone forward and Leeds have scored an own goal, I'll say that's lucky. But the fact that we scored a very good goal, it was a quality finish from Saka, and then the first half was sound. And then we were just defensive in the second half. We had to show defensive strength because there was an absolute Leeds onslaught for 45 minutes. So I don't think we was lucky. I think we did very well. And if you want to say anything about lucky, Leeds was lucky to get the first penalty. They was lucky to even be awarded a second penalty. And then
Yeah,
we was lucky that they had VAR, and VAR picked the right decision. So I'm not going to say we were lucky because it made the right decision, the right decision. So I think there's going to be quite a few of these kind of games in the Premier League where you're going to struggle to see it out, or you're going to be tested 110%, tested for majority of the game, i.e., against a bigger squad, tested for parts of the games against your smaller squads. But we just had to show that strength to come through it. And I know 100% a couple of years ago, this an Arsenal team really could have faltered against a performance like that. The Leeds performance last season against us was nowhere near as strong as this one. They didn't look like I remember it didn't look like they was even trying. We scored straight away and just built straight on it, and Leeds just didn't really do anything. But this was a complete different Leeds. Obviously, it was still Bielsa then, and they were still in a bad position. But obviously, Jesse Merch has got him playing, and it looks like he's got him playing soundly. So, especially against us on Sunday, they look like they're really up for it. And we just showed very good strength and very good determination to see it out. So I wouldn't say I was lucky. I think we did. I think we did very well to overcome it, especially from like I said, especially from knowing that in the past couple of years we could have really fumbled and either gone for a draw or even lost. So the fact that we managed to stay in front was even though it was a 1-0, even though it was dogged, I'm really happy with the result.
with the results, right? Yeah, because see, in every title chasing campaign, you just have to have one of those games uh, that you just scrap for it. You just have to dig deep and scrap for it. And actually, okay, would I say we scrapped for it because we were actually poor? If you check our performance, it was actually poor. But again, these are those games you look back on and you say, I'll just take the 3 points and leave that place. And
Yeah, I
when you
mean,
do,
those are the games that people will say defines champions, not defines people competing for to be a champion. The games where you're not playing well and still managing to get the win and get the 3 points. That people say that's what champions do. They win when they don't play well.
yeah, yeah. Amy Baba says, "Hello, Ryan. Are you sure your internet is not connected to Leeds?" That is where you're saying,
It it
hello,
it,
Ryan.
it
Hello.
wouldn't
Let's
even
go.
it
Let's go
wouldn't
to the charts
it
and
wouldn't
see.
even make it to win Leeds. I don't think it wouldn't even make it up
Right.
there.
Chelsea OG says, "Big up you, man. Arsenal still finishing second. Do you think we're finishing second,
You're
Ryan?"
taking it. You're taking it though, aren't you? Why is that? Is that a bad thing? Oh my God, we're finishing second. How shit are
No,
we?
that's because I
Is that
said
a
that
bad
we're going to
comment?
win the league, actually. So
Wherever we'll be, it'll be above Chelsea, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. Chelsea are in 19 points actually. Strasbourg Steve, God bless you, my brother. He says, "What's good, boys?"
Where's he from? Where's he from?
Strasbourg Steve runs a Newcastle channel. You know, he supports Newcastle. I think we have to have him on the show one of these days, Ryan. So he will come and chop it up with the boys very, very soon. And then Oscar says, "What's up?" And then Oscar says again, Tony Claude is the man. He got me to sub to him in public transport. Incredible. Thank you, Oscar. God bless you, man. And Gloria Idoko. And she says here, I join on time. Okay. Oh. Yeah. She's a very special person to me too. So yeah, and yeah, Chelsea OG. Everyone is having connection issues. Yeah, Rand's connection has been messing up. My own connection too has been messing up too. Chelsea OG, shout out to you, brother. Tony Gerald TV says here, it's the coming of the process. This ain't the peak yet, but the coming. We will be there at the end of the season, but I like this feeling and I want it to continue. Ryan, we've just seen. Shout out to you, Tony Gerard TV. You know, he's our big friend. He's been missing in action for some time, but he will come. He will bounce back once. One at a time like that. And he says something important. It is the coming of the process. This ain't the peak yet. Ryan, has Arsenal gotten to our peak yet? We're top of the league, so have we gotten to our peak yet?
No, I don't think we have. The squad's, like I said, the squad's still young. We're still developing, still learning. It's looking very positive. The fact that we are where we are at the minute, but yeah, 100%. We're not at the end of this process, nowhere near. And the fact that we're looking this strong and we're playing this well and showing this much togetherness at the stage they're at now only bodes well, and massively confident that it's going to go well for us.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. And then Tony Gerrard says here again, he says, Ateta is an amazing coach, a brilliant trainer. Now he's coming to his own as a manager together with the young squad. The energy is contagious. We are bouncing. What we say to that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Arteta is the first coach to give
yeah.
us our best, league campaign. I think in like about 136 years. That's what I
Yeah, I
get.
mean, it's definitely looking that way.
Yeah,
Obviously, there was the shout that he was an amazing coach at City, and then he's taken over, and it does look like his management is getting looks like it's getting better all the time. It's just about making them key decisions during the game. Obviously, there was the sub decisions against United in the loss were a bit wanting. It's just dependent on when we're facing that kind of challenge in the future, what his decisions are like then, what his starting lineups are like. But every week, I'm happy with the starting lineups that he's putting out. He seems to be putting out the lineups that are working well. The decisions that you might be unsure of, like the Tomiyasu left back, is a decision where you're unsure, and then Tomiyasu plays his absolute heart out and smashes it off the park. So he's making the good decisions with the tactics. So yeah, he seems to be doing very well as the manager now. So like I said, let's see how he does in them games where we tested and the decisions he makes then. But yeah, for the minute, I 100% agree with that comment from Tony. Tony Gerald always puts in a good comment anyway, so there's no
yeah,
surprise
Tony.
there.
Yeah, Tony Gerrard is he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Amy Baba here. He says, "Hello, panel. What a start by Arteta. Never knew about such. Yeah, it's a big one. And mind you, this statistics actually trumps the invincible season. It trumps the invincible season. Oh, see, Ryan, I want to know from you when such start, come into play. Do you see any kind of like comparison to the invincible season with this team in any way? Because we just had a start a campaign start that's better than the invincible season.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, you can't be nothing but you can't be nothing but confident because the way they've started. Obviously, the invincible season was the invincible season. That's what it turned out to be. Obviously, there's so far to go yet in this one. You don't know 100% how it's going to go. Obviously, a couple of teams are dropping points around us, but not massively.
Oh, they're
There's
really
only
dropping points.
there's only been like I think what City had a loss and a draw, so they've not by all means they're not floundering. We're just actually winning. We're just actually winning the games.
Yeah.
We've only lost one, and we've won all the others. So it's not the fact that other teams are doing badly around us; it's the fact that we're doing well. So
We're doing well, exactly.
and, anyone with that kind of comment, all right then.
Yeah, of course, we'll still get to Chelsea because Chelsea Football Club have been churning out some certain type of wins in a way, and their fans are beginning to get cocky and mouthing off here and there, like Chelsea Dan who came here, my brother Chelsea Dan, who came here and started mouthing. Oh, we have Chelsea Dan in the chart actually. Ron, he got into a little bit of a nickel with you, and I saw you and you were like, oh no, not Chelsea Dan today. And Amy Baba says, yeah, hello Ryan, are you sure your internet okay? He's said that before. And Chelsea Dan is here. Look at his message here. He says, Tony, big up, bro. How the money? Oh my God, we're talking about this again. Oh my God, which money are you talking about? One Touch TV, shout out to you, brother. One
I
Touch
mean,
TV,
I
big
mean, if
ups
you
to
want,
you.
obviously, I keep my eye on the chat. Obviously, there's quite a things going on. Obviously, Chelsea Dan makes the point, like he did the other day, of the fact that they were first for half the season last season. I don't remember that. It possibly might have been lingering in there at some point. Did you see us hype up thinking we're going to win the Prem? Yeah, no, of course we didn't because no one did. I don't remember that at all. I don't remember that. It is what it is. Obviously, he probably remembers it 'cause he's a Chelsea fan, so he'll remember what position they've been. Honestly, I've not got a clue about that. But Chelsea Dan just wants to bring us down because we're on the hype. We're happy that we're winning. We're in a good place. There's always going to be someone that wants to bring us down
Yeah,
and, and try and smash a bit of facts about them being top for a couple of games last season. Like that's got anything to do with us
to
whatsoever.
do with what's
I'm
going
not
on.
sure what
Yeah.
that, not sure what the
Uh,
point is.
see,
Yeah, so you were
the
top last
fact,
season and then you
yeah,
weren't. That's nice. Let's see what we do in it.
the, see, Ryan, the fact is there, when you're on top, when you're the number one guy, out there, they will come for you. You have to expect these things. Arsenal is sitting at the top of that table. Rival fans are not happy. Of course, as a rival team, you want your team to be sitting in first position. So I can understand the passion. I can understand where the animosity comes from because when a team is doing their thing and they're top, the other dogs down would want to be the top dog. They want to be the top G around, but there's nothing we can do. Arsenal is 4 points ahead of Manchester City, so I don't know, But One Touch TV, shout out to you. Niger Englishman is the CEO of One Touch TV. Guys, you can, go and subscribe to One Touch TV. Great guy. He came to the show here last week, and came here to do his thing, so uh, and me and him will be working, more often, as the time passes, he'll be coming to bless up the show. And he says here, big up the panel, lucky win, but 3 points are 3 points. I like that we were able to win this way and withstood the late pressure. Southampton, though, we can't play like that. He raises a good point. See, Ryan, we can't go to St. Mary's and play this way.
Self off mute. Right. Yeah, 100%. We we'll need some improvement. Obviously, Southampton a similar level to Leeds, so you would think they're not going to offer much more really. But then again, we can't underestimate any single team that we play, and we definitely need a bit of a better performance, a bit more. Um, I think like what we were saying last time is that
Yeah.
there weren't that many players rested in Europe, was there? So maybe this week get a couple of more heads rested. I feel like Saka will be rested. He was in Paris, weren't he, last night? So I feel like Saka might be rested. He looks like he needs it. Rest a couple of them, and then so they're a bit more a bit less fatigued, or however you want to put it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely need a bit a bigger performance, just a more positive and more morale boosting performance, if anything. But yeah, like we're saying, 100%, 3 points are three
Yeah.
points. And we've all seen Fast and the Furious. I think there's a comment on there: whether you win by a second or a mile, winning's winning, and it's exactly what it
Winning
is.
is winning. Winning is
Exactly what
winning.
it
When
is.
the, see, it's just like Tottenham Hotspurs. Tottenham Hotspurs this season have been winning dirty, but they've been raking the points. That's the main thing. At the end of the day, what really matters is that you're getting the point. Sometimes it doesn't really matter like how you play. I can really understand that in a way. Just get the point. And just like Tottenham Hotspurs, they're very happy to rake up all those points they're raking up right now, because of course we do know that Conte plays fossil football, negative kind of football. Football you can enjoy. The fans going there to watch that kind of game are not going there to watch a performance like that. But the thing there is that when they leave the stadium, they're happy with the 3 points. So sometimes you just have to win dirty. It's part of the game. Because I've seen many people in many other, in many other podcasts, they're saying that Arsenal, you guys got lucky, but you do need luck sometimes to win the league title. So a couple of games you do need luck. I've seen that happen. Couple of games, Liverpool were lucky when they won the trophy, when they did win it. Uh, Many times, I think in a game with Everton, uh, I think VAR came to the rescue of, I think it was Manchester City this time, and they won the trophy, and no one complained. You have to have those type of games. You just have to dig deep and just try and just get that point at the end of the day. Okay,
Tony,
yeah,
right. Just gonna quickly shout out Chelsea Dan again. He's getting more limelight than us at the minute, but he's put
yeah.
a comment. He's chucked a comment in here, right, saying that where is it?
Is it
Saying
the
that
last one?
about 9:17. He's put Chelsea were top first half last season for 3 months. Did you see us hype thinking one of it? Blah blah. Right, so it weren't that one. There was one he mentions about
Nine
injury.
9:17. Oh, Chelsea Dan. Oh, before I go there, Anthony B. Oh my God, Anthony B. He's just dropped us a super chat. Anthony B, what can I do without you, brother? Bless you, man. To be, thank you very much for giving us that, man. We're grateful for that. More of that. Anthony B, welcome to the show. Here he says, late but great. You kept changing times today. Yes, sometimes because I had a previous show, so I just had to pop in today and do my thing here. So, Ryan, you were saying,
Right, so there's it's at 9:22. Yeah, get the one up from 9:22. Chelsea down. Right, at Ryan Bro it starts. Go for that one. Right, okay. So he's got one here saying, you're
Chelsea Dan,
saying
shout out to you, my brother.
wasn't first last season, which means Chelsea. I'm saying Chelsea wasn't first last season. Man City, Liverpool, Man United fan will tell you we was. Uh, will they? Are they watching Chelsea that much? Obviously, you'll know it, Dan. I'm not saying that you weren't. I'm saying that I don't give a fuck about Chelsea that much. That I'm watching every single game and every single move. where you are. I believe what you're saying. It is what it is. But then he's saying, then we got an injury and we dropped points, right? So that's what he said. And then at 9:24, get that one up, get the 9:24 one up.
1924.
9:24, get that one up. So he's just said that they got injury and they dropped points, and then
20
it's
when
and then when you start dropping points, bro, what you Arsenal fan going to make excuse? Oh, it's that we had injury. Well, like you've just said that you had an injury last season. Come on, mate. If you can say that, if
Oh
you
my
can say that,
God.
you can say that excuse, then we can say it too, mate.
Ah, Chelsea Dan. When will you learn? My guy. Okay, let's go back to the charts because we have our members. Part of our member is Anthony Herbert. Big
Thanks for
ups to
joining,
you,
Anthony.
Anthony Herbert. You'll be having Ryan on Friday on your show. That's going to be huge. I'll be watching from the stands and, just watch you two go at it on Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. Ryan, it would be nice to see you and Mr. Herbert go at it 8 to 9 p.m. on Friday, it will be a very interesting discussion. His questions are really punchy. But he's a nice guy, but his questions are real punchy. So I would like to see you do your thing with him. And he says here, I said that we played poor, but got the win. If you challenge for the league, we need games like this. Play poor, but win them. See, I totally agree. I totally see. So far, at the end of the day, we are winning those games. That's what really matters for me. That's what really
Yeah, of course,
matters.
of course. Like we say, winning's winning, in it. No matter how you do
Winning
it.
is winning.
But
Winning is
but like they've
winning.
always said, if you can win by not playing well, it's the marker of a good team, 100%.
Okay, Chelsea Dan says here, like I said, bro, Bamford goals was no way offside, brother. But Chelsea Dan, it has already been established already that a Leeds player was offside even before.
I don't know which one. I don't know which one he means by that. If he means the first penalty, then the guy's a fool because he clearly was. But he's also said Bamford goals. What I don't know which goal he means
I
because it
don't
was
know,
one. It
Chelsea.
was one
I
nil.
don't know. One Touch TV says here, shout out to you, Niger Englishman, my brother. And he says here, Saliba was silly there, but clear offside. How VAR don't see that is wild. And that's true. Because there was a player that was offside. I forgot, I think it might be Sinistera also, I don't know. But it was a clear either Sinistera or Aronson, I don't know. One of them was, on an offside position. And the linesman was standing there watching it, and they did not call it. So Saliba was silly there, but clear offside. How VAR don't see that is wild. Gabriel nearly ruined a great performance by him with one moment of madness. It's true because yesterday on Sunday he had 90% pass accuracy. Can you believe that? For Gabriel Magalhaes. Three,
Yeah,
it was really that good on
hundred
Sunday.
percent. I can I
Eight
can
goals
I can
won. It
understand
won
it.
8 goals in that game.
I can understand it 100% because, like I say, 80 minutes of the game is on absolute top form, and then he does one silly mistake. Sometimes you can let him off because of the rest of his performance, and then but if one of them mistakes costs us them points or then an actual victory, that's when you're gonna start questioning it big time. But yeah, I can understand. I can. I'm not shocked by them stats because he's when he is playing well, he's an absolute quality player.
Ryan, let's talk about that Chelsea game a little bit. By now, you should have watched the highlights of that game by now. What in God's name happened in that game? Because Kepa turned into Spider-Man in that game and started catching every ball, every shot that was thrown at them from Aston Villa. To be very sincere with you, in the first half, Aston Villa should have sealed that game. Like, just call it a win because I watched the first half because Of course, they turned off the lights in Allen Road, so it gave me time to actually watch uh, that game with Chelsea. Aston Villa peppered their post with shots, with headers, with free headers, anything you. Danny Ings was there all through, peppering them. Bailey was there, peppering them. It was I don't know what happened, but somehow Kepper came out from nowhere and turned into Spider Man.
Kepa on Sunday looked like an absolute different goalkeeper. I did. Well, obviously, when they signed Mendy, I honestly assumed it was for competition. I didn't think he was going to be their starting number one keeper, and it surprised me how good he actually was. He's a really sound keeper. But I
Yeah,
always thought that Kepa was a good keeper.
yeah.
He's still young. I mean, he had that issue in the cup, which is a big issue about not coming off. But I put that down to the fact of how young he is and his maturity level. So the fact that his keeper wise, I still thought it was pretty sound. But my God, he was absolutely on fire on Sunday. There was a couple of chances that were so pinpoint, that were so pinpoint. They were so close when the strikers have actually headed it from only from about 6, 7 yards, and it's made saves that I didn't even imagine him ever being able to make it. Just looks like he's been completely reborn.
To completely I don't understand that, but let's see what Amy Baba says here. Today's for you chats and the members. I just want to dedicate because I've not been reading the chats for some time because of our discussions, on the show these days. Amy Baba says here, almost every Arsenal fan predicted us smashing Leeds. However, it was a game of two halves. Sometimes you need Lady Luck to be on your side. We rode our luck, bring on PSV and Southampton. What will you reply to Amy Baba there?
I'm the same. I really thought we was going to have it was going to be a strong victory for us, mainly because I didn't imagine Leeds playing as well as what they did.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
came out smoking. They came out smoking. Mostly when, see, I really thought that Leeds will come in with a front three of Rodrigo Bamford, and Aronson at the right. I think at the right hand side, but Jody Mash turned everything on its head and brought in, instead of bringing in Bamford, he brought Aronson. Actually, their front three was Aronson, Sinistera was there, and mind you, Sinistera had so much freedom on that right hand side. Like the freedom he had in the second half in that game was just, it was shocking. It's just disturbing. And then Rodrigo was, just around that 18-yard box as their main man, and three of them, they pressed in a way that I've not seen Arsenal being pressed like that before. Thomas Partey didn't really even have a good game at all that day. And even Granit Xhaka disappeared all of a sudden. I'm not saying he had a bad game, but he disappeared. Do you think Granit Xhaka disappeared from that game?
yeah. I think quite a few players were pretty quiet. I thought a couple of them did have quiet games. Odegaard was pretty quiet as well. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, like you're saying, I don't think there was necessarily bad performances. They were just like you're saying, it wasn't one of them performances where we can shout about every single player. Alvinson and the Sinister, they had a lot of time on the ball in that second half. That to we let them play, didn't we? We let
Yeah,
them have the
we had
ball. We let
him
them
so
have the
much
ball. Yeah.
freedom.
Mm.
Yeah, so much freedom to, we allowed them to play. We allowed them to kick the ball, in and about our 18-yard box. The midfield was completely open. Uh, And again, you cannot just blame Thomas Partey because there were some balls that he tried to win, and it was just so difficult. See, and even those balls we won, because we were trying to move at a pace uh, that very fast, we kept on losing the ball because we kept on just dashing the ball out to them. the balls that we fought hard to get in. It was just so we couldn't just get a grip of of that midfield that day. It was just so difficult for us to keep the ball because with teams like Leeds, you have to keep the ball. You have to hold the ball. If you're not with the ball, then you have to make sure that your marking game is on point. If not, they will overrun you, and that's what happened. They overran us time and time and time again. Chances were just begging for a striker to just get it in. But anyway, let's talk about the positives about that match. What were the positives? Saka. You can see here, Odegaard is one of this type of players that he might not give you really 100% on the day, but you just know that one, he will string one or two passes, at least in a match. If the striker is lucky, you can get the goal. Isn't it what happened with Saka on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have many chances, did he? But he took that chance that he had perfectly. Like you say, that a striker, a good striker or attacking winger,
Yeah.
whatever position Saka wants to play, he can play pretty much. We seen him as a left back, right back, left wing, right wing. So yeah, but he took his chance phenomenally. Yeah, so I think Saka was 100% one of the plus points. I think pretty much all around everyone else had pretty much a pretty quiet game. Even Jesus was pretty quiet, really. But yeah, but like you say, he's just got them. He's just got the instinct, Saka. Sometimes you think he needs to improve on his finishing, and then sometimes he can like on Leeds, it just looks like it just looks like he looks prolific. Like it was a brilliant finish, wasn't it? It was a brilliant finish.
Yeah, very, very brilliant finish. And then what will you say about Ramsdale? Ah, Ramsdale.
You start, Tony. You start. What would you say?
Oh my God. Ramsdale, such an amazing performance on the day. Time and time again. See, yeah, when we got this guy, from a relegation club, as people call it, the type of vitriol this guy was getting in his mails, we just thought he was just gonna come to Arsenal and just mess it up. Because to be very sincere with you, I never knew of his quality before he came into the club. But since this guy have come into the club, this guy has been he's been amazing. He's been a rock. I can hardly count games that he's cost us. At worst, maybe one or two games. This guy has been so consistent. And with that performance on Sunday, like getting us to safety time and time and time again, and that penalty, like his movement is, you know, he's that kind of guy that it can rile players up. It can distort their mentality uh, at the given moment, and make them just throw chances away. He's that kind of guy, and most of the time he kind of like balances the way he runs out to help the team to, maybe to parry a ball or to help the team in transitional play from the back. He times it quite well. But on Sunday, he too was Spider Man. Lots of balls that were supposed to be, goals. He really came out to really give a good account, of himself yesterday. For me, he was the man of the match. Personally, I would say was the man of the match because he really had a good game. What do you say about that, Ryan?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I feel obviously he made some really good saves, but
Yeah,
on not just that. On top of that, he looks very commanding. Very commanding in the box. The other defenders listen to what he's saying. He's very vocal. He's what looks like a great character in the dressing room. He's got a great
yeah,
he's got a great family behind him, support him pretty much in every single game. He's a really nice guy, and comes through him and through his family as well. They're all just
yeah.
really really nice people, Like you say, he comes.
And very positive guy. He's a
Yeah,
very positive guy. He gives you that vibe like we're gonna win something. We're gonna do this. He's just that kind of guy that gives you that kind of attitude that you just feel at home with.
he's got that big attitude, and he's got like obviously got the celebratory attitude when they're scoring the goals and
Yeah,
and when they're getting the wins, which gets a bit of attention. Done it, but I know for a fact that he's not bothered about that attention. He
yeah,
doesn't mind it. He doesn't mind it one bit. If it's winding other fans up, the way you're celebrating, he'll just
yeah.
celebrate even more because he loves it. And like I said, he can make the saves. He can command the box, but his distribution is second to none. He can whip it to the left wing, to the right wing,
Yeah,
straight on the attacker, and build absolute attacks from it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's overall it's all round play. It's like I say, his starting line when they're attacking is very good. Matt Turner's starting line looks very good as well in Europe last
In
Thursday.
in in
His
Europa
starting
League,
line was
yeah,
very
that's
sound.
true.
Yeah, he had a very good performance. But yeah,
Yeah,
Ramsdale his starting positions are almost pretty much always spot on. They can take out a counter attack pretty much 9 times out of 10.
okay. Let's read some of this chart here.
Yeah,
Deals, big up deals, big up Tony. Deals, my main guy. He's my guy, man. Deals is a Chelsea fan, but he loves Chelsea too much. He can die for Chelsea. He's a bad guy when it comes to Chelsea. And he says here, you're everyone is just saying we're lucky in that game. See, we're lucky. I put my hands up. I take that. Because to be very sincere with you, the first thing I put out there, Ryan, was that how in God's name did we come out from Ellen Road with a 1-0 win? That was what I put out there first. Very
yeah, on
funny.
Twitter, yeah, I seen
Yeah,
it.
you've seen that, right? Yeah, it's just crazy. And it says, yeah, you're lucky your game got postponed with City. What do you say to that, City?
I don't know actually. I don't know
Actually,
because
actually,
obviously.
it's true. We were supposed to have a game with City today,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's
I know
postponed.
that. I know it's yeah because I was going. I've got tickets for the game, so I was due to be going. So I know that it's been postponed. But I don't think we're
Yeah.
lucky. Like, let's say City lost at weekend. Are they going to be a wounded puppy that we can take advantage of, maybe, or does he think they're going to bounce back against us, or does he think we're just lucky because we're not playing City? I'm not sure which way he looks at it. But after him losing, can we pile on a bit more pressure with a victory? I think the best time to play City is possibly after a loss, maybe to
It's
to add a
true.
bit of
It's
add a
after
bit
a
of add
loss.
a bit of yeah. I think that might be the best time to play them. To be
Mhm.
fair, so we're kind of a bit of we might be a bit hindered by it. Might be our best chance. I don't know, but yeah, I don't think we're lucky that it's been postponed. I'm annoyed that it's been
Exactly.
postponed because I could be sat at the Emirates on Thursday watching us play City. But
Actually,
so that's why I'm not lucky about it.
I would have even loved us to even play all our big matches at this time. I just want all those big matches to just go. Let's know that we're facing minnows and and mediocre teams because this Manchester City game lingering in our heads, I don't want it. I want us to just go through it, pass it. If we come up with a win, good. If we come up with a loss, no problem. If we even lose that game, we're still 1 point ahead of them, which is back to factory settings all over again. And we'll pick up from there and we keep going. But again, I don't really think that Manchester City team wants to play us at this time. They'll be worried to play us, actually. Not after a loss, but let's see
So
what happens anyway.
like you're saying, a lot. If we win, great. If we lost, we learn from it. Whatever. It's not about losing to City. It's about the manner of the loss. It's about how you performed during the loss. So obviously we on this great run, and then we play City and they smash us 5-0, and that's when we start. That's when we've got something to talk about and be worried about the loss. But a hard fought loss or an unlucky loss or
Yeah.
a loss like the United game, we learn from it, but we know that we were strong and we can bounce back. So a loss against City isn't going to be the end of the. It is not the end of
It's
the
not
world
going
by
to be the end
a
of the
long shot.
world. Yeah, we'll still be challenging either way. I One Touch TV says, yeah, my issue with the second penalty is the linesman clearly told the ref that Gabriel should be penalized, but yet he didn't see the foul on Gabriel. Like, imagine
100%. 100%.
100%.
I
Shout out
seen
to you, Niger Englishman.
that one touch TV. I seen that comment a while ago, and I think Emmy Baba
Yeah.
replied to it as well.
Thank God for
Um,
VAR.
that
True.
comment is bang on. If
It's
you're
bang
seeing
on,
the
of course.
if you're seeing the foul by Gabriel, you're seeing that he's been shouldered in the back. You can't see one without seeing the other.
No doubt, Cindy. Exactly. Exactly. That's the hypocrisy I'm talking about this season. When it comes to Arsenal, all these guys want to bring all these excuses and, all this rough talk, but they will not, like, clearly just look at what is going on. So I don't know why we're getting so much hate in the league this season. Guess we're lonely at the top right now. Chelsea Dan says, big up deals. Big up Dano. Anthony Herbert, big up lads. Hope you're well. We are well, Mr. Anthony Herbert. We are well. Thank you very much, Herbert. Chelsea Dan says, yeah, I've scheduled the show for tomorrow night, bro, at 8 p.m. So we'll be definitely doing Brentford
Yeah,
versus Chelsea.
there was a bit of a stage in
Game,
the
bro.
chat where
Game.
there was a bit of a stage in the chat where the two Chelsea lads had a bit of a nice catch up. So
A nice catch up. Yeah, they're friends, actually.
skip them chats for a bit.
Anthony Herbert, big up, mate. And big up, Chelsea Dan. How is you, mate? Okay. Let's see what it says here. Not bad, mate. Me sub going up. Thanks to Tony, Deji, Deal, CFCOG. Shout out to you, Dan, and give yourself some credit. You've been good at what you do, Give yourself some credit, man. You've been trying your best to, even if sometimes Ryan doesn't like what you say. And of course, if Ryan speaks, I follow him because he's been my partner all through. He has been the one backing me up in everything I do. uh, if I falter today, Ryan will be the one to pick me up wherever. So, you know, even if he doesn't agree with everything you say, but you're still my brother. You know that, Dan. And shout out to you and give yourself also some props, with what you're doing with your channel. It's all thanks to everyone that have helped and you too, because you take the cake. You did most of the job too, you know. Anthony Herbert, well done, mate. That's great news. Emil Baba says here, spot on one touch TV. VAR saved the day. I'm a fan of
Yeah,
the
that's the one I
introduction of
meant. Yeah,
VAR in football. Thought it has its flares. It has corrected loads of errors, of refs' errors. What do you say to that?
yeah, that's the comment I seen. I seen the reply to it. Yeah,
You're mute, mute, mute.
try all that again. Try all that again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. That's the comment. That's the one that I seen in
yeah,
the reply. Yeah, it's spot on again. I think where we need the VAR just needs to be done properly. It has
properly.
corrected a lot of errors. I've seen a lot of errors against Arsenal that it's corrected. You've obviously we've seen some bad decisions. It just needs that cohesion between every single game where decisions they're making the same decision. Some there can be a shove one game that's a penalty, the game after it's not. Just we need to get everything, get the compliance proper, get all the
Proper.
decisions, all
Yeah.
the decisions pretty much the same decision, and then and then we can obviously take it from there. But yeah, we definitely need it. It just needs to slightly be improved a bit.
Slightly, yeah. Amy Baba, I agree with you, but there are so many inconsistencies in it, especially in the Prem. Very true. It's in the Premiership that we're having a problem with VAR. In other countries, they use it efficiently. Even women know how to use VAR. But in England, the men are just stuttering, mistakes after mistakes, and they're so hard headed. The referees are so they're so proud when you try to call out one of their mistakes, just like Klopp, who genuinely saw what happened on the pitch, and they gave him a red card just for calling it out. The inconsistencies in this VAR thing. But anyway, I take it because they saved us last weekend. I would sell anything to get that 3 points. I would sell anything to get that 3 points. Anthony Herbert says here, I said that we played poor. Okay, we've read that comment. I hear you, Tony. Gabriel had a great game. Other than that moment of madness, he compliments Saliba well. He's getting away with a lot. We are top, but once we have a rough patch, though, wahala. One touch. Amy Baba. Smash the like button, people. Big ups, Amy Baba. You know, you loved on the show. You know that, right? Chelsea Dan. OG Arsenal don't feel nice. Don't feel nice to Tony. They're finishing fourth this season. And Ryan, you're mad, bro. We see end of the season, matey. What
I'm mental.
Ryan,
I'm not.
I have to allow you talk back to him, man.
I'm
No,
not.
no, no.
I'm not just mad. I'm mental. You know it. I spoke to Dan before. He knows it. I'm not. I'm not mad. I'm mental.
Dan, Ryan is not as cool as you see him, man. He's a legitimate crazy guy when you touch his tails. Otter B says, "Hey, Otter B, shout out to you, man. The support you've been giving me. God bless you, man. God bless your family. God bless you wherever you do, man. I don't know what you do, but whatever you do, more blessing to upon you, my brother." And he says, "Late but great. You kept changing times today, yeah." Because I had a show somewhere. I had to go teach some Arsenal haters a little bit of a lesson. Chelsea Dante is here. Ryan, Tony, my brother. Oh my God, you only first in the season because teams been lacking points and gave you the points. um, Ryan, have we been giving points this season? Like, have we been dashed points this season? This is the Premier League we're talking
This is
about.
this this, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, right? This is what I was talking about before. I
Chelsea,
mentioned this.
Dan.
I mentioned this before a bit. The fact that we're only top because other teams are dropping points. Other than Liverpool being on a very bad run, City have been very good. Erling Haaland's been scoring about 12 hat tricks. They've been demolishing teams. They've drawn once and lost once. Um, no one's giving us points anywhere. We're here on at the minute. We're here on merit and merit
On
alone.
merit.
The fact that we've only lost once and we've won every single game. We've won 12 out of 13 games, including Europe. That's that's why we're sitting at the top, not because teams are giving us points.
Okay, Chelsea Dan. Ought to be. He gave us £2. Thank you very much. We're winning the league. Let's let the haters hate. Thank you, ought to be. That's what I think. You know, you're my soul brother, man. That's what I think. We're winning the league, my brother. We're winning the league, bro. You know, Chelsea was top first half of last season for 3 months. Did you see us hype up thinking we're gonna win the Prem? No, we see where you're dropping points and then see what excuse you make then. Oh my God, the hate coming from Chelsea Dan. You can see it seeping through him, through his words. Ow, Dan. Okay. Ryan, oh no, Ryan, you've ruffled his
Told you
feathers.
I'm mental. I'm mental. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm mental. I told you. I
Ryan,
told you.
Ryan. Chelsea Dan doesn't resort to things like this, but you've really rattled him. Like, you know, when someone bullies the bully, this is how it looks like. Chelsea Dan is like a real bully when it comes to. I'm not talking of in real life. I'm talking of like when it comes to like talking football.
Yeah, I
He
get that.
can out bully you
He
in a
looks like,
way, but
yeah, he definitely doesn't
but
look a
of
bully in
course
real
you
life. He looks a sound guy. He looks a sound guy.
no, he's a good guy. He's a calm, sweet human being. But the thing there is that when he talks football, when he talks Chelsea, he can be a bully in that. So when he came to the show and he tried to bully you and you showed him your mental side, I think it riled him up a little bit and made him a little bit uncomfortable. Ryan, I know you will have to go very, very soon, but of course, you have to do the banter club of the week, and of course, we really need to just look into that Liverpool and Man City game a little, just even if it's some words. But I just need to go through this charts first. Ryan, bro, you saying wasn't top of? Oh my God, Chelsea, Dan, no, let's don't do this. Let's don't do this. One Touch TV, big up. See Lucky win. Wanna say Arsenal fan said it. Oh my God. And Tony, bro, when you start drop, oh my God. Tony, when
It's
you
just
go
there's
into
loads,
on
there's
with
so
StreamYard,
much.
bro, everyone
Could pub-
lagging on the streams.
Honestly, I think we could publish a book with everything he said today. I think we could publish a book.
Chelsea Dan is on fire. Big up Otto B, bro. Yeah, Otto B. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you. Tony, which Chelsea fan never make an excuse like Arsenal, bro? But big up, Tony. You will never be World Cup winner. Best cup in the world. Oh my God. 2 stars. Champions of. Oh my God, Ryan. I'm laughing here, man. Uncontrollably. He says here, Tony, Palace versus Wolves. 1-1, mate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And Cheesy T. She says, hi, Tony. Hi, Ryan. Ryan, a special lady saying hi to you. That's a good one.
Yes, what up, Chizzy? Thanks for getting involved.
Yeah,
Always
and she's
welcome
she,
here.
she's a big supporter of ours. Yeah, and she's my friend too. So lovely human being too. Chizzy too. Thank you for coming to the show. You're lovely. Thanks. Um, Chelsea Dan says here, Brighton versus Notts County, 0-0. That's
Nottingham,
from Chelsea Dan.
Nottingham Forest, Tony, not County.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Nottingham Forest. Sorry, my bad. Ryan, Chelsea Dan can make you go not. So whenever you see, you just go not. What came to my mind was not county. And Ryan,
Nice, I
thanks,
like
bro.
it.
I
I
couldn't
like it.
believe the
Nice.
and Ryan, thanks, bro. I couldn't believe the okay. He did thought he'll be gone on deadline day, but he proved so
Yeah, that's
much.
that's about Kepper. That one. That one was
Yeah,
about
Kepa.
Kepper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
saying he obviously couldn't believe the save he made. Like I said, he looked like a different keeper. Expecting him to be sold, but he's still here. And then yeah, yeah, I agree. One game doesn't make you a great player, but it shows that
True.
there's a good keeper in there somewhere. And minutes it'll come out, won't it? Surely.
That's true. That's true. And DWTT says, hello, Tony. Hi, hello, Ryan, and the chat room. DWTT is a very big fan of ours. He just joined this channel and he's been a top guy here. He contributes. He's a nice guy. DWTT, thank
That's
you
a
very
great
much, bro. We love you,
That's
my
a
brother.
great
We love
that's
you.
a great shirt in the picture as well. Ian,
Yeah, true.
right there.
Ian Wright.
Number
Yeah,
eight,
yeah,
great
yeah.
shirt.
Big ups to you, DWTT. And I made this new friend today, Ryan. He will be coming to the show to chop it up with us. And also, I will also like you to go to his show and uh, because of course, you too, you have to start going out there and increasing your base too, because you have a channel too. So we need to start working on your channel too, because we need to be moving at the same pace. So, but when you're ready, I'm ready. When you want to start moving at that pace and doing some videos, I'm ready for you, Ryan. So, but again, I would like you to meet this guy, Football Ferreira. He runs a channel. And he's doing quite well. So I would like you to meet him. Shout out to you, Football Ferreira, my new friend. I met him today. Great guy. And he says, big up, brother. Big up to you, my friend. He also says here, smash the like button, people. Smash it, people. And DWTT brings out something here. He says, they hate us. Ryan, what do you say to that before you go to that Manchester City Liverpool game?
They hate us because they ain't us. Come on, you gooners. Yeah, I seen that when it came through. I liked it. It's a nice little statement. When I get that
Yeah,
tattooed on my neck or something.
exactly.
They hate us because they hate us. No, I like it. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah. well,
Ryan, Liverpool,
there's a lot
Manchester
of
City.
there's just a lot of there's a lot of fans of clubs in London wanting to be the biggest club. They
True,
ain't Arsenal, they ain't us, so they're
true.
gonna be annoyed. It is what it is.
True, true. They literally hate us. They hate our guts. Everywhere we go, they're like, oh my God, these gooners are here again to shout. They want us to shut up our mouths when we're top of the league. Why should we shut up our mouths? We shouldn't. We're top of the league. If you don't like it, well, you know, I don't know. I don't want to sound abusive on the show because we don't condone that. But Ryan, yeah, Liverpool, Manchester City, because I want to know where your banter club of the week will come from this week. Because every week I always wait for the banter club of the week. Like even in my dreams, who is Ryan gonna give the banter club of the week to? Ah, can't wait every week to hear that. Yeah,
Yeah, it was it was a good game. It was a good game, Liverpool and City game. It was good. Yeah, it was all action when it was end to end pretty much most of the time. I didn't for 1 minute think Liverpool was going to win it. To be honest, I thought it could have been a draw. Then obviously our City winning it. Expected
yeah,
Haaland to play better than well, not better than what he did, but be that bigger, be that bigger person like we've seen in the past few games, but well in every single game pretty much this season. But yeah, Liverpool, it was a good performance for them. Tactically, it was a good performance. They
yeah,
they stepped up against City, like they stepped up against Rangers in the week. They seemed a lot better. They seem a lot better. I think us beating them's awoken the beast that is Liverpool. So we can see what kind of run they go on now. But yeah, it was a good win for them. Obviously, it was a scrappy win, similar to us. They got a bit of luck considering the disallowed City goal, which is a bit of which is obviously the disallowed City goal was a bit. It's 50-50 whether you think it was disallowed, it should have been disallowed, or it shouldn't. End of the day, it was, so they got away with that. But then again, that's only one from City. There's so many more minutes in the game where they could have had more chances to get the goal that they didn't really have, or they didn't really take them. Liverpool had some solid chances. Salah had a couple of chances other than the one he converted, but the one he converted was he did very well. It was a great touch to turn Cancelo absolutely inside out. Considering the player Cancelo is a very solid player, as world class player actually. Absolutely turned him inside out, and yeah, it was a quality finish. Yeah,
yeah,
big ups Liverpool because, like I said, I didn't expect them to win it, and they did. They did very well
yeah.
to do just that.
That's still a very dangerous team. A very dangerous team. They're not going to win the title this season, but they're a very dangerous team. Because all these teams they think that Arsenal are fruity buttercups that they would just come in and just bamboozle us, and dismantle us and leave our stadium smiling. No, we showed Liverpool that if you want to beat us, well, you better pay the price. With a bit of luck, also we won it. But I'm tired of these teams coming around, battering us and leaving the Emirates smiling. But one thing I was particularly very happy is that Liverpool came to the Emirates and they left injured. Most of the players bandaged up, banged up, tired looking. The Diaz, I think, is out for the year. What I'm hearing, he left the stadium, in crutches. That's how I want teams that come to Arsenal Football Club. That's how I want them to go. I want them to go because see, we've been at the back end of injuries, people laughing at us with the laughing stock of the league when we've gotten all these injuries. So I have no mercy whatsoever with all these teams getting injuries here and there. Isaac from Newcastle is out for the season. I just heard that Diego Jota, Ryan, is out for the year. That's what I heard. I heard it's out for the year. So I'm
I
not,
didn't know
of
that.
course, blessings up for them and their families. But of course, this is we're rivals. I I'm planning to win a goddamn title this year. Of course, I don't want my enemies to be strong. The next person I'm praying for is Ellen Haaland. I need his injury to stop very, very soon. We'll give thoughts and prayers to the family. We'll give thoughts and prayers to him to heal up quickly. But I need him out. I seriously need him out. I want all these players from the rival teams to get injured. I'm sorry. I need them to be injured. I'm sorry it's coming from me, but I'm tired being this nice guy. I need these teams to have problems set in their camps, because I'm going for the title. And if we had an injury, in fact, they're all waiting for us to have injury. So they would say, oh, you have an excuse now. So I'm just praying we can be able to just keep Gabriel Jesus hungry, ready to play, injury free, and Thomas Partey. If we have these guys injury free, we can push ahead. I don't care, and then go into the January transfer window and pick up some guys. Ryan, what's your banter club of the week?
You know what? It's again,
The banter club of the week.
it's another tricky one because our rivals have all played well.
Mhm.
Like we've said in since the beginning, we're not really including your smaller clubs because it's too harsh because they're not going to be winning every week or saying that they're going to
Yeah.
win every week. So
Mhm.
you can't really say, "Oh, Nottingham Forest," because you'll be giving it them every week, and then there's too much pressure on them.
Yeah.
Like I've said in the past, if Nottingham Forest check today tomorrow's papers and find out that I've given them Banter Club of the Week, it's going to really hurt them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they see it on the news, on BBC News, Sky Sports News, breaking news that
Ryan,
I've given
just
them
before
Banter
you
Club
go
of the
into the
Week.
banter club of the week, Knight Rider here says, yeah, he's a big fan of ours. I knew him from Chelsea OG's channel. Shout out to you, Knight Rider. You're the best. You're the best. And he says, DT out of prison. I hope you know DT.
I
The
do,
guy
yeah,
that
yeah, I
was
do,
in
yeah.
the dude that was in what do they call it?
AFTV.
AFTV, and they had a prison sentence. I heard it's out now, so I
I
wish him
don't.
well.
I couldn't
I,
care. I
I
couldn't care
don't
less
care, but
about anything that happens to
I wish
DT.
I wish him well. Neil Kane.
I don't can't stand the guy, so don't worry about him. Guy got sent down for stalking an ex. Nah, you're all right,
Yeah,
lads.
stuck
Nah,
in an X, right?
not
Yeah,
not bothered by
but
him.
no problem. Neil Kane, big ups to you. Thank you for coming to the show. Ryan, you're back in the picture.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm with
So
you. I'm with you. Yeah.
yeah, no, that's fine. So like I've said, obviously, once we
Yeah.
announce it and Sky Sports News, breaking news, Banter Club of the Week, and all that, we don't want it. We don't want clubs like Forest and West Ham and Southampton, all the smaller clubs hearing that because it's just going to
Mhm.
put more doom and gloom on the season. So we do tend to talk about the big six clubs or the big seven, big eight, however you want to look at it. So we would
Mhm.
look at the bigger teams, and like I said, they've all pretty much put good performances out this weekend. The only one to lose is City, but they've lost against Liverpool at Anfield, which any single team in the world can do. So you can't really give
Yeah.
it to them. The two teams you're looking at for the big six or the big four, whatever you're looking at, United and Newcastle. I would say 0-0.
Yeah.
They've not lost, but they didn't put a good showing. They didn't put a good showing up either. And obviously the way United have been talking these past couple of weeks, that was a statement for United. I think a statement that they could have made at
Yeah,
weekend, beating
exactly. By
Newcastle at
beating
home.
Newcastle. Yeah.
Yeah, could have been a good statement for him. It was a good time. It'd be a good board for him to go forward on. But they didn't
But
take.
Newcastle is the new oil money right now, right? That the big boys in the yard right now, man.
Yeah, yeah, they
Top
are.
four
Yeah,
is
100.
looking top four is looking good for those guys. Like the way they're fighting off the board. I don't know.
100%, but they're still very early in it. They've not made half the signings that they are going to. they're going to make bigger signings as time progresses, and they've still made them small signings. So it's still, especially at home, it's a team that you'd expect
Exactly. They
United
battered
to beat.
Brentford 5. Can you believe that? It's shocking, man. But anyway, when you have money, you can do anything, right?
Yeah, but like I said, they're, they're still at the beginning of the they're still at the beginning of their process, so they're nowhere near into it. But yeah, there's still going to be a good season for them. But I think
Yeah.
it would have been a good springboard for United. They didn't take it. They drew. They drew 0-0, and it weren't. It was the manner of the draw as well. They just did. It was dull. It was really dull. It wasn't a good performance all round. So that's why again my banter club of the week will go to Manchester United.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from the man himself. Ryan has just given Manchester United the banter club of the week. Ah, is that a little bit harsh? I don't know. But, Ryan is the man, he does that. So, okay. I would have loved it to go to Manchester City, but their day will come. Their day will come. It will come one day in this season. It will come because they will lose again. And when they do lose, I really do hope they get the Banter Club of the Week, actually. Well, it's good. So, Manchester United, Banter Club of the Week, Ryan Maguire have spoken. Ryan, thanks for coming to the show, man.
Always, always. Obviously, it's the Ryan and Claude show, so we'll
Yeah,
always
yeah.
be. It's always the output for Arsenal fans to come and have their say and have a nice chat in the comments. And like I said, we always read the comments. We always get involved. Every single comment's welcome, and we love every single one of you for joining up. And God bless you as all 110%.
Yeah, Ryan. I'll be in a grudge match tomorrow with. Sometimes it's good we bring in all these grudge matches down here. I'll be in a grudge match with Northside LDN. He's coming because I have a show with him. It's called Heated Debate. One week in our channel and one week in his channel. So it's kind of like a bilateral, kind of like an agreement. So he'll be coming here on home turf. So I have to deal with him proper. And then next week I head down to his side. But again, over the time me and him have been doing shows together, he's been a great guy. We've come to an understanding in some cases, but in some other parts we don't see eye to eye. But it will make for a good matchup tomorrow. So if you like, you can just come and join us in the chat if you like. But if you're busy, no problem. It's all good. You know.
Tony, just highlight that last comment there from Night Reader. He's just put, "Who cares?"
Oh,
If Night Reader's still watching, if you're still watching, just bang in another comment just to see just to explain what you mean. Like, who cares about what?
Night
I think he
Reader,
might.
can you tell us what you don't care about?
Yeah, no, yeah, what I know what he doesn't care about. But if it's just about his previous one about GT, then yeah, 100% I agree. But
Yeah, it could be
um,
about DT, yeah, because that's
just want
what
to
he
see what it was.
texted
If
about.
you're still there watching, just bang another comment in just to explain what it is you
Let's
don't care
know, Night
about.
Read. Doesn't say anything yet, but yeah. So I'll be having that show with Northside on that tomorrow, 7 to 8 p.m. I was supposed to have something with Chelsea Dan, and actually a pre-planned show with David. But I'm thinking of canceling the show because of this Northside show. So it might be on Thursday that I might have some other people. So, and I don't know, David might not be coming because he has work to do. So, but anyway, it's okay. So I might have to cancel that show. So, but again, I'll be having that show with Northside tomorrow. So, guys, you can join me 7 to 8 p.m. as I bring in Northside LDN for our show, Heated Debate. On Thursday, Deji Spores should be here with me. Uh, the Tottenham Hotspur guy. He'll be here. Ryan, when last have you had a little bit of a nickel with him? When was the last time you had a piss of Deji Sports?
We've only done one show together, me and Deji. We've I've commented in like I've been in the in the comments when he's been on a couple of the shows, but yeah, we've only really had one
Would
show
you would
together.
you would you like to come around, because I brought in One Touch TV, to have a little bit of a display with him, and it was a
I
good
mean,
one.
it was one of
I
them.
would
Like
like you
last
to
time,
come in and let's talk to this guy a little bit.
it's it's one of them. Last time we was on the chat, he was telling me Tottenham are going to win the Premier League and the Champions League, and as I don't know. Yeah, if you,
Deji Sports,
I'll
my
talk.
brother.
I'll talk to some. I'll talk to someone if they've got a tiny bit of sense. Not none at all. So,
It's Deji
yeah,
Sports. It's Deji
he's
Sports. He
just
will be Deji.
he's one of them characters, and
Yeah,
he's a big character. He's a good guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, it's all love and banter. With him, he's a lovely person deep inside. I know him as a family man. And he's a great guy too. And he has very, very great work ethics. If he tells you he's coming, he's coming. If he tells you he's not coming, he's not coming. He likes things to be done in a very, very straight way. I've worked with him, and he's a lovely person to do things with, and I've become friends with him. He's a great guy. Big ups to you, Deji Sports, and hope to see you on Thursday. Hopefully, you lose your Champions League match, and if Ryan is gonna come in with me on the day, you better be ready. On Friday, I'm thinking of bringing in a special guest. But I'll let you know about the guy off the books when we talk later on. So Ryan, thank you for. I knew it was just 1 hour, but now it's now 1 hour 36 minutes. Please don't kick me in the ass for this. Please, I
It,
beg in
it,
the name of
it,
God.
it never is. It never is. You message me this afternoon. Go at 8:40. 1 hour only. I was like, never gonna happen.
It's never gonna
Never
happen.
gonna happen. We spend 1 hour and 10 minutes just talking about the first half of the Arsenal game, and then you've got another hour for the second half, and then we talk about
Oh
other
my
clubs. And
God.
it's,
Oh, it's not
an hour
possible.
only is never gonna work.
Yeah, yeah, true, true, true. So Ryan, thank you very much, and hopefully I see you on Thursday. And if you're not gonna make it on Thursday with me and Deji Sports, then hopefully see you in the post game show. Because oh, Arsenal have a game with PSV on the 20th.
Yeah, so Arsenal playing PSV on Thursday, so I won't be able to make any
Yeah.
shows because I am there. So
Oh
I
yeah,
won't
you
be
bought
there.
tickets. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Man, it would be nice for you to get us exclusive stuff from the stadium, some YouTube shots. And
I'll see
Ryan,
if we
I
can
don't know,
get in
I've stopped
contact.
posting shots. We need to start posting those shots so that because we need that revenue. When that revenue comes, you'll be getting almost half of it, because you were, most of your shots, are in the YouTube shots. If I get any pay from it, you're getting half of it. So, of course, definitely. But let's see what happens. But we need to start posting more of shots. It's been long since when I stopped posting shots, YouTube shots. So we need to start posting more and more often. But in case you go to the games, and you see something spectacular, something good, please just send it across, and all laugh, banter, anything. Just send some of those lovely scenes to us. Let's see. So Arsenal have another game on the 23rd, which is on Sunday. So on Sunday we go to St Mary's, where we'll be battling with Southampton. I don't know what we're gonna come out with, but that game also will show the extent to which Arsenal has gone, because in St Mary's is not usually a good place for us to go to. But let's see. The games have been coming thick and fast. Yeah. And then after that, we have Nottingham Forest, I think,
Yeah, we got Forest at home last game in October.
in
Uh,
October. Yeah. And
yeah,
after
so it
that, I
looks.
think Chelsea, right?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think so.
After
I'll
that is
have to double
Chelsea.
check. I'll have to double check, but I think so. We'll have to get big Chelsea down in then. We'll have
Yeah,
a
we have to get him.
relatively show.
Yeah, of course. And with his big mouth. We use it to.
Even if we could set up some kind of watch along, maybe get Big Chelsea Dan in,
Yeah, and get
that'd
Chelsea
be
Dan in. Yeah, because
explosive.
he's my friend. He will come. He will come. He's my friend. He will come in. Lovely guy. All right, man. Ryan, thank you very much, and please kisses and my love to your family. For them to allow you to just come here most times and be with me 1 hour, 1 hour plus. It's a big thing.
1 hour.
2 hours, sorry. 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 50 minutes. Thank you very much, man. All right, man.
obviously, obviously, like we say, we can't forget everyone who's turned up, everyone that's watched, liked, commented, subscribed. We really, really massively appreciate you. Thank you all very much. God bless you all.
Yeah. God bless
Stay
you
safe,
all.
everyone.
And see you guys tomorrow when I tackle Northside LDN 7 to 8 p.m. tomorrow for heated debates. Thank you lots, and see you guys soon on the other side.